As always, when you're in a rival and it's a rival game, you know it's going to end up being this way. And it comes down to the wire. I thought both teams played their heart out, and I'm just glad we just made one more play at the end than they did.
What's it feel like to just win a game like this that's so nip and tuck almost the entire way, and you make the one stop at the end that clinches it for you?
I thought both plays down the stretch of the game were big for this team. The play Dazon made, because that's who Dazon is. Getting to the basket and making that play and knocking down those free throws was big. And, of course, getting that final stop. To win any big game, those are things that you're going to have to do. And I thought guys stepped up and made those plays for us.
Brandon and Colin mentioned that this type of win gets the two in a row now in conference, gets the team's groove back. Do you sense that?
No, I believe in the fact that when you win games like that, it definitely helps you confidence-wise. Guys starting to see, that you can win, and because you can talk about all you want, but until you do it, it's just talk. And so to see the guys step up and pull off two wins that we've won on the road and one at home, I think it does help confidence-wise, and it does help their chemistry and continuity.
And kind of piggybacking off of that, you got your win on the road, but it was kind of a blowout win. But this one was a tight win. Is that something that you guys needed to have?
I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we need to be in the situations that we've been in a lot this season to understand, what you have to do to win a game like that. And like I said earlier, we've been in a lot of close games, and this team has had to learn how to win those games. And that's what this experience was tonight for us, being in that situation to understand, okay, this is what you do to kind of close out a game. This is what you have to do to win. And I think that'll go a long way with some of our players.
You needed your defense when your offense struggled.
Definitely. That's been our identity ever since we've been here. We got to find ways to get stops, and then when we're scoring, I think we become really good at what we do. And when we're not scoring, defense keeps you in games and gives you a chance to win like tonight. Like this, to me, tonight's game was a defensive win. I mean, you're talking about winning the game 55-54 in this day and age in college. So that was terrific D by both teams, to be quite frank. It says a lot about both teams.
Another game where Colin gets into the early foul trouble. How much does that throw your game plan off?
Well, it doesn't throw us off anymore because we're used to it. Colin, we know. No, we need Colin out there. We know who he is. And but we've been in a situation, like we said, by being in games like this so many times, no different than being in foul trouble in the first half for Colin so many times. I think our guys are, understanding their roles and understanding what they need to do, in his absence. And I thought Avery and Ibrahim gave us some good minutes, and they were able to kind of, hold it together until we get to halftime and get Colin back.
What does Colin need to do not to get himself?
Like I've said, he needs to understand his value. When you understand your value as a player, you don't put yourselves in position to pick up, fouls after you've picked up one. And so he picked up one foul. At that point, you have a heightened, alert of, I cannot pick up this next foul no matter what. And he hadn't quite got over that yet. This one was a little bit different. It was one of those plays that was the young man's dribbling at him. He bobbles, is kind of losing out of bounds, and there's some contact. I mean, some of that you're not going to be able to do anything about because he's no longer playing like the four or anything. He's our center now, so he's kind of around those plays with other centers, so there's a lot more contact for him. And I think that's what he's learning now. Like Taco absorbed all that contact in years past, or Chad. Now he's having to absorb all that. So unlike a perimeter guy who can kind of hands off some guys and I'm away from some plays so I can stay safe, it's hard for him to stay safe because a lot of the action is coming towards him all the time, and so he has to make some decisions that a little quicker than most perimeter players. But he'll get better from it. I think this game, there's some good film on it. We have some good film from some previous games. I think that he will improve. I don't foresee that being, something that's going to happen for us all season with Colin.
Did you ever consider bringing him back in the first half? Or you just wanted to ride it out?
No. I told him when he came out, stay ready because you're more than likely going to put you back in the game. And I just decided not to because we were able to it was a 2-point game, either way, pretty much the whole first half. So I decided to leave him out safer and not pick up his third. But if I felt funny about it or I didn't like, the rhythm we were in offensively or something was going wrong defensively, I don't have a problem, sticking a veteran player back in the game, someone who's as old as Colin is.
USF went up by 5 with about 2 minutes left on their 3. What did you see from your guys during that timeout? I mean, there's a lot of seniors there, but did you kind of like what you were seeing in their eyes at that time?
I really did. And I can just think about what Matt said. Matt was just so confident. He was like, guys, we're all right. We're okay. You know, and I can remember him walking to the huddle saying that. And so, you know, right out of that, we come out and run a play to Matt. Matt hits the three, and that's a 2-point game. And so, you know, I thought Matt was really good with leadership during that moment of just how confident he was about, okay, they made their run. You know, we still have time. And so I was really, really happy to see him do that.
Dazon has worked his way up to the mid-70s in free throw shooting, but when it counted, he hits 3 out of 4 late. Those are big points for him.
Definitely, and that's who Dazon is. I mean, you know, getting to the basket, he's a strong, explosive player. He gets in the paint and can make plays for himself or his teammates. And I thought he was great down the stretch. And we went to him late. You know, we called his number, and you know, he came through for us. He got to the basket, he got fouled, and made 2 big free throws. And that's who he is. And I think he's learning to grow into this role for us as well. I mean, that's a new position for him on this team. And so, you know, it's a learning curve with that. But you can see him getting better. I think his last couple games in conference, he's been terrific for us.
Most of these players haven't been a part of this rivalry. You know, 9 straight wins now. Do you sense that some of these guys that are new to this game kind of play with a bit more energy tonight?
Definitely. I think they're new to the rivalry, but because they're teammates in that locker room and some of our former players who, you know, talked about the rivalry, I think that all helped these guys, you know, have a heightened awareness about it. You know, I thought they realizing that a number of these players are from Florida, just like on their team, a number of players from Florida. So a number of the guys that we had come back, you know, they knew that it was important, especially for those guys that live in our area to you know, have a good night as well. So I thought all that contributed to their, you know, being ready to compete.
Going back to the first half, what did you just think of the first 20 minutes? Got to a hot start, and then we were kind of cold shooting, but the defense kept you in it.
No, absolutely. I thought, like you said, we got off to a good start in the first half, and we had some good looks. And, hey, some days it was going to fall, some days it isn't. That's why we always say we hang our hat on the defensive end because it always gives us a chance. And we were able to do that in the first half. Second half, like I said, we got momentum, went up 45-41, I believe it was, got a 4-point lead. You know, I didn't like a few of our possessions during that period, but I thought our guys still were playing with a lot of energy, and I wanted to see that energy and the pace. I thought we had those things. But you give them credit, man. I've watched them play a lot of games. They're a tough defensive team. They're really, really physical. And, you know, we knew it was going to be that type of battle down the stretch. And our guys, I thought, executed well.
And you know, they forced a lot of turnovers, a lot of steals. In the first half, you had turnovers, 7 in the second half. But it seemed like you were just better overall handling the ball as a team in the second half.
Yeah, we were better in the second half. We had a few unforced turnovers down the stretch in the second half, you know, but that we have to clean up. But I thought we took more of a concerted effort to take care of the basketball. I challenged them at halftime when we had 10 turns to, you know, hey, we had to make sure we take care of this ball a little bit better than that, and I thought they did for the most part.
Coach, on the South Florida's last possession, what did you tell your team during the timeout?
We wanted to, we were debating to go man or zone, depending on what we wanted to play, and so we decided, to go zone, and then as soon as the ball got in bounds, we just matched up, and everybody went man. And when we did that, we know it's going to, Rideau and Collins, I mean, those guys are terrific players, been that way in this league for a long time. And so, you have to man up and just guard. And I thought Collins did a really good job on Rideau guarding. Should give the young man credit. He got the ball back and tried to make another play at the basket. And we were fortunate. I thought we did a good job of defending without fouling down the stretch, which is what we had to do.
How does having a week off now help you prepare for a tough road game in Wichita?
I think the week off can be good for us. I mean, we've had a tough stretch right now, a tough stretch of games, and I think our guys definitely, need this time, and we can use this time wisely, in preparation for Wichita State as well as recovery-wise for our guys. That's some guys who need some recovery.
Touching back on Matt, he's kind of started the season a little rocky, not where he wanted to be. Last 2 games he shot 3 for 7 tonight from 3 and 4 for 8 at Tulane. Do you think, and now that with Dre's absence, he's kind of stepping into his role with the team? No, definitely.
I think the entire conference season, Matt's been terrific. I mean, the numbers I think bear it out. If you look at our conference games, I mean, his numbers are really solid, and that's good. That's who we expected. But there's a learning curve. Whole new team. Everybody's new on the team. A new coaching staff coaching him, and so he just was adjusting. And we just wanted to stay with him, keep letting him know that we believe in him. And I mean, the young man's a terrific player, and like I say, he stepped up huge tonight for us as well.